To a stranger, Christine had only one thing to say.
Oh, thank you so much. Whoever has done this, I pray that God blesses you tremendously. Thank you so much.
Now, James, I know making a difference is usually something that you do, but this anonymous donor really made a difference in Christine's life, and I can't tell you how much love I just felt in doing this story.
And a great story to share with hundreds of thousands of people who watch us every night. And I talked about this a little earlier in our newscast at 6 and at 5:30. This person who donated, I mean, you tried. You wanted to give them kind of the pat on the back, and they said, no way. Those are sometimes the people who are the greatest givers of all, because they do not want any attention. Some people do it for the right reasons, some people don't, but good to see something good come out of something bad.
And to be a part of it was definitely life-changing for me. And I did hear back from that anonymous donor tonight, and they said they loved the story, and they were so glad that Christine decided to give back to the local community as well. So it was her giving gave on to more and more people.
And so many people out there in our community have just as big a heart. So thanks to everyone who gives, and we never know about it.
Exactly. If you or somebody you know is still struggling to rebuild after the Memorial Day tornadoes, call the United Way helpline at 211. It's free. They'll help set you up with tornado relief assistance. To see my conversation and surprise with Christine, head over to our streaming app, WHIO TV Now. It is on your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Smart TV devices. Turning to weather now, we have hot temperatures that are on the way as we move into the upcoming weekend. In fact, an air quality alert goes into effect at midnight tonight and lasts all the way through Sunday night at midnight. That's because temperatures are expected to soar into the 90s. Plus, we'll have sunny skies, and the combination of that can create an increased ground level ozone. And an ozone layer at the ground is not good, especially if you're someone that has respiratory issues. The children and the elderly may have difficulty breathing in this type of weather. We'll be up to about 92 degrees on Friday and Saturday, 93 on Sunday. The humidity, while high, is not oppressive, so your heat index value is actually not going to be too far off from those lower 90s, so that's actually a good thing. Had those dew points been a little bit higher and you have those heat index values in the mid to upper 90s, it could be a little bit worse for those of us that have difficulty in the high heat. Temperatures are going to stay hot not only this weekend, but into the early part of next week, which I'll show you in a few moments. Other than that, though, great cool weather for us, as we will have plenty of sunshine, very little chance of any precipitation, and of course the hot temperatures. A great way to keep cool is to take a dip in the pool. Now, timing is key for this weekend when staying safe. The hottest time of the day falls between 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you have to do anything like mowing the lawn, try to do it earlier on in the day, or perhaps as you get closer to sunset. Stay hydrated, drink lots of water before you head out, while you're out doing things, and even after you get home. Sometimes you don't realize how much water you might have lost through sweating, things like that, and you need to rehydrate yourself. Dress for success. As always, dress in those light-colored and loose-fitted clothing. That will help to keep you a little bit cooler as well. And keep an eye on your pets. Here are a few signs that maybe your pet is overheating as well. Excessive panting, drooling. They may appear lethargic, vomiting. Their gums might appear a little bit redder than normal, and then you might notice a rapid heartbeat or a quicker pulse. So just keep an eye on those pets and try to keep them inside if you can. 67 degrees for us tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're already to nearly 90 at lunchtime. We'll top out at 92 for the afternoon with just a few added clouds. Into the weekend, there may be an isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm for Saturday and Sunday. That'll be during the peak heating of the day. But really, when I look at our rain chances, we are going to stay quite low for that. So just keep an eye out for that if you hear a rumble of thunder in the distance. High temperatures, as I already mentioned, in those lower 90s. Speaking of rain chances, they are on the lower end for the weekend, a 20% chance or less. And they only slightly come up as we get into early next week. And with the low rain chances and the high temperatures, you might need to water your lawn, because we might start to see our grass getting a little bit more brown, as we're going to be quite dry over several days. And our long-range temperature outlook shows that from about July 7th even through the 11th, we're going to be abnormally warm with hot temperatures on the way. typical high should be in the middle 80s. So when you're hotter than that, you're probably teetering close to 90 degrees, if not into the 90s, which is exactly what we're going to be dealing with through the next 5 days. Here is that 5-day forecast. Lots and lots of sunshine. We're in the low 90s. Humidity, as I mentioned, on the lower end overall, so our heat index value not too oppressive. Chance for a few isolated thunderstorms on Tuesday as well as Wednesday, with high temperatures back into the 90s. Tomorrow morning, meteorologist Kirstie Zontini's up with you at 4:25, and she'll talk about any chance of a pop-up over the weekend.
Surveillance video here of the moment people went from walking to running when a 3-story building collapsed. You can see the top portion of your screen. Dust went everywhere. Witnesses said the building crumbled at about 30